Hi people, this is going to be a quickie, and I just took a little teeny quickie, but then I messed it up of what I'm wearing. When my hair's all kinkied up, I didn't do the blow dryer thing. So there's my Mount Rushmore t-shirt, and I'm wearing black jeans, and they look really good. So I might still post that. This was a quick shot of what I'm wearing. And I'm going to the doctor here in a little bit. And yes, I shouldn't break up my time. So, oh, I need to have a cup of coffee and my Ivermectin. So we're going to do that. And really, if I was going to give it a break, I should give it a break now. But my... I just looked at my results of my tests that the primary care doctor ordered. Okay, they didn't seem too bad to me. Of course, I'm not a doctor, but my A1C was a 9, so that's not good. But you know what? That's a hell of a lot better than a 16. When I very first started years ago, when I went in, I was 65. My A1C was 16, and then the next time I went in to have it checked, it was a 13. So it took a while to go down, and I did get it down to a 7. And 7 is good. And so I think 9 is good compared to 16. All right, I got to hurry. Just want to get my medicine in me. And since it is going through my digestive system, you know, it does, because that guy's right, except for I can't be stabbing me in the neck. But, come on, hurry up. Just having a rough time today. There you go. Anyway, I feel good about those. I mean, it wasn't an urgent thing because the doctor just sent a message saying she'd talk to me at my appointment. And if I had any questions to call. But, boy, that's hard to pull. Anyway, I did not formulate questions for my cancer doctor. So I hope I'm going to remember. I know I want to know what my cancer markers are, but they might not get there in time. But at least the other stuff did get to the other doctor. And... okay, so now I'm talking too much. 1. I'm trying to put some back in there. Okay. I think that's going to be sufficient. In other words, it's just about right on the money, right on the mark. I want to drink this cup of coffee before I leave the house. And you know, I saw cups yesterday I was at the Dollar Tree for a little bit. And I saw these, they were plastic though. So I don't know that it's really good to get plastic, guys. All right, that seems like it's done. Okay. In other words, I've heard somewhat recently, but not lately, that the plastic we're storing our stuff in, storing our food in, and I imagine our drinks in, is all, the plastic is leaching or something like that, leaching back into whatever it's in. So microscopic type things are leaking into the water that's sitting there. You know, we're trying to get pure water in those bottles, but yeah, they're sitting in plastic. And sometimes if they're sitting in plastic in the sun, oh my, not good. And then, always remember that plastic is kind of like polyurethane or poly anything. It's plastic. It's petroleum. Unless it's being made with vegetable oil, which I have heard they started doing that. So I really don't know how to check on that. So for that, just be careful. You know, it's so convenient, so easy to store things in plastic. I'm guilty. So you got plastic bags and you got plastic containers. They're everywhere. So what are we going to do about that? I'm going to have my medicine. That's what I'm going to do. And yeah, if I knew more and felt comfortable, I'd put it in my arm. You know, stick that needle in my arm or in my tummy, or it's not my neck. But I don't really know much about it, so therefore I'm not going to do it. I'll have to check into it. But just giving, of course, I don't know, that veterinarian might have given him a shot. Because just giving ivermectin to those dogs for worms, which is usually done in a paste. Anyway, their worms went away, of course, but so did their cancer. And they weren't trying to get rid of cancer. They were just worming the dogs. So I thought, sounds good to me. And it's worth a shot. So I'm going to head out to the doctor here in a second. I don't think I'm going to be early this time, but you never know. And hopefully I'll find my way home, not get lost. They're doing a lot of road construction on that road that I was supposed to take, and I passed it right by because I did not have the GPS on. I didn't know how to use it. I couldn't get it to work. And it was my stupidity. But it's like I get caught up in details. You know, what do I put on there first? Do I put my location and then my destination? Or do I put... So Jesse said just do the destination and it should work. So we'll try that. So I definitely like the GPS. I wouldn't be getting anywhere. I went to Tractor Supply, and that was a rigmarole. But the GPS knew where they were. So it's pretty cool. I mean, really. Roundabout and here and there, take a left, take a right, da-da-da. Pass this light and go to the next light. I love that. And that's on the Maps app on the phone. Now, I don't know if mine has it, but Nancy's phone, her GPS, when we driving across country, and that GPS let us know when something was in the road. It let us know when there was a cop up ahead. It let us know a lot of different things. So I thought that was pretty cool. Say, hey, where do I get that? Well, it's on your Maps app. So I don't know if it's on mine because I have an older phone. You know, I don't know if that matters. If it's something new or if it just goes on the maps, you know. This is good. And see, what I was saying before is I need a cup so I could take it with me. Well, they got a bunch of cups, but they're big and cumbersome. I want a smaller one. So I saw some at the Dollar Tree yesterday. That's what I was saying. So they're plastic. But they already had a sleeve on it so that you won't burn your hands. See, that would be perfect today. Just put my coffee in, and then it's got a little flippy thing. You flip it sideways to cover up the hole. So that would just be perfect. And that is if it would stay in the container. I got these at the dollar store. $1.25 store. But the Dollar Tree. I've been wanting measuring spoons. So I have to say that I was wrong. I thought a mill was a teaspoon. But I saw something yesterday that sounded like 5 mils is a teaspoon. So I'm going, oh, I better tell you guys, since I've been saying I thought 1 mil was a teaspoon. But anyway, what I am doing for my drink is I have this one thing that is a half a teaspoon. So I did that, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of the pink Himalayan salt, and then I did a tablespoon of vinegar. And the drink was good. It was not bad at all. In fact, you might could get used to it just being your drink. You people who like seltzer, this is really pretty good. Not bad. And the baking soda gives it a fizz. The salt gives it a, I like salt, okay? So that's good for me. But it's minerals. This pink Himalayan salt is mostly minerals. My naturopath told me 84 minerals you cannot get in your food. So it's very good for you. So quit using white salt and switch over to pink. or Celtic, or I haven't tried that yet, and I don't exactly know what the difference is. Why is it better? Because they say it's better. Isaac, I'm sorry. I know. Damn it. I had such a good rapport with you, and I got still these things. Stupid damn post office. I shouldn't have went in and asked them. Oh, you gotta go, you just gotta be a parcel. Asshole. I mean, really. But anyway, the cards slide back and forth in the envelope, so at one point they can be really big. And that's what he did. He tried to put it through a hole. It wouldn't go through the hole. If I went back there where he was doing that, I could have got it to go through the hole. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure that you actually really want the cards and will share them, and if so. And then I figured tourist season is just about over because school just started. So I didn't know if there'd still be any traffic. I bet your little smoke shop has traffic, though. Anyway, I appreciate you, and I still would appreciate you sharing me. You know, tape, what you could do is tape it on the counter. Say, hey, while they're there, because everybody's got their phone on them. Check out Lose Touch. Subscribe right now. You know, get on there and subscribe, and then you'll get notifications. However, you do have to hit that bell, I think. That little bell. Because you can just get notifications here and there, or you can get every notification. You decide. But anyway, if that was taped on the counter, say, hey, check her out, man. She's something else. I gotta hurry. Cheers to you people. My videos are just like live, except for that I am not talking to people. In other words, they're not talking to me. It was pretty wonderful, I must say, but then I got all distracted and lost in what I was saying, so I'll still do it, but I think I probably need to have an organization type thing. But think of the Big Bang Theory and their whiteboards. I need a whiteboard. Not just one, I need several. You know, to put my thoughts down on and say, okay, and there was this, and then this, there's a timeline. I don't know the timelines, but it is pretty interesting. The timelines compared to the Bible versus the Book of Mormon. What they're doing at the same time. Pretty cool. You people out there, heads up. That Book of Mormon is here to help you. Is here to help you with your Bible studies, okay? And it is true. Things were taken out of that Bible. And all you got to do is change one or two words and you've changed the meaning of something. But anyway, the point is, don't be afraid of the Book of Mormon. It's not competing. They're both the Word of God. And you put them together, you understand it better. Trust me. I have no agenda as far as making some money off of you people. I have no agenda to tell you false information. Now, sometimes I might give a little bit of false information by accident, but it is by accident. And for the most part, everything I say is true, and the things that the things that are not exactly true, there's so much true that the little bit is not important. Okay, I do get stuck in details, so I'll come back and say, hey, that was wrong. Just like the 5 mils is a teaspoon instead of 1. I thought 1 milliliter, I thought was a teaspoon, but I am wrong. 5 milliliters makes a teaspoon. So, what is that about? Because it's not about this. It is about, oh, it's about the pink salt and the vinegar and the, no, it's not. Anyway, it's some type of measuring that I was wrong, okay? A teaspoon is 5 mils. And what is this? This does say mils, okay? So maybe it has to do with the ivermectin. And I don't have time to do anything. I'm getting lost. I got to get out of here. Drive across town to my cancer doctor. And I wish I had everything written down. The main thing I want to know is my scans, exactly what did they show with my bones and the healing and the cancer activity, because I think she still says there's a little cancer activity and it's in my chest. But I can tell you that my hip has really bothered me this month. My left hip. And that's where they put those shots too, see? So there's side effects from them shots. And one is pain. But it did hurt quite a bit more. And it's the left hip, not the right. But like I said, they put a big old shot in both cheeks every 28 days. And I don't know what I'm doing, because things have been going good, and so I shouldn't really rock the boat, but I certainly don't want problems with my kidneys. I just looked at my results of my test, and if there was anything urgent, she would have called me right in. She says that we can discuss it when I have my appointment, which is on the 16th, so like a couple of weeks. So that part is good, right? And this is the primary care doctor. She's mostly concerned about my diabetes. And other things, but that's her big concern. I mean, I need to go in and see the ear doctor. I need to go in and see an eye doctor. And I need to get my sugar level under control. But it is better than it could be. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to finish this. And then I get out that door and head down the road forevermore. I find myself saying something all the time, and I think it's interesting. Elsewhere, the land of elsewhere. I'm going to have to read that book. I think I will try to find it and see if I can't do that. But I always am saying something about elsewhere. And then it hits me and reminds me of that book. So that book is written, well, I was going to say it was written by Keanu Reeves, but maybe it's written by him and this other guy named China. I know they did a book together, so maybe that's it. But it sounds interesting to me. We're going to go elsewhere. Elsewhere from where we are. And if where we are is miserable, then elsewhere's got to be better, I hope. Anyway, you guys have a great day. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and see if I can't get this to start posting before I leave and finish my coffee. I got to get out of here. Take care. Take care of your loved ones. If you have a loved one, love on them. Show them that you love them. Don't ignore them. Don't be stuck on your damn phone all the time. I can tell you, my ex-husband was always on his phone. I mean, he was addicted to it, glued to it, and that was it. So if that's your life, marry your phone. And that does bring the world to you, doesn't it? Get on that phone, and it opens up to the world. So how can you compete with that? You guys have to control yourself. You have to realize what is important. If you're lucky enough to have someone that loves you and you love them, well, you better take care of it. Because guess what? Things change. That's all I got to say about that. We know that it's not all I got to say about that, but it's the truth. You can have something so wonderful and then take it for granted and lose it. So you might want to work on that. I love you people. And I'm just going to say, sayonara, hola, bye. I don't know anymore. But anyway, just for now, I'll come back and do some more. Maybe after my doctor's appointment. Okay?